Hey guys, what's going on? My name is Eclipse, and today we will be going over the top decks and strategies for Arena 4. Now, in the past, I've done a video similar to this for Arenas 2 and 3, and I do plan on doing a video like this for every Arena past 4, so Arena 5, 6, 7, 8, you guys get the point. So depending on when you watch this video, I will have a link in the playlist to all of my Arena tutorials, so if you're not in Arena 4, you can simply click that and find the arena that best suits you. Also, in the description of the video, I will have a big list of decks that you guys can use, so if you're curious for a deck that works in Arena 4, just simply go down to the description, find the deck category, and hopefully one of those will find your needs. And before I get into the main purpose of today's video, I have one request from you guys. If you guys can pause the video right now, go down to the comment section, and leave a comment with a deck that you guys use in Arena 4, that would very much be appreciated. The reason I'm saying that is because if you guys have a deck that works for you, maybe that'll work for someone else. So if there are just a whole bunch of decks in the comment section, hopefully that can help, every single person in Arena 4 find a deck that they like. Now that we have all of this useless and boring talking out of the way, we can get into the actual video itself. Enjoy. When it comes to Arena 4, there are going to be a few cards that are just going to piss you off. The first card being the Hog Rider, the second card being the Freeze Spell, and the third card being the P.E.K.K.A. All three of these cards, whether in combination or alone, will pretty much just fuck you up, so it's pretty much necessary to know how to counter these. When it comes to Hog Freeze, it's relatively easy to counter. All you'll have to do is place a cannon in the middle of the map, and that will draw the Hog off its course. Once the Hog's in the middle of the map, it's fairly easy to take him out, because by the time your cannon dies, the Hog will pretty much be dead already, or in most cases, the Hog will die before your cannon is even fully destroyed. Now, of course, this is easier said than done, and in most cases, the opponent will have many troops supporting his Hog Rider, but I'm just saying, it's fairly easy to counter Hog if you have a cannon. And when attacking with the Hog Rider, it is best to put the Hog in the corner, and then right next to the Hog, put down some Spear Goblins or regular Goblins, and what this will do is it'll cause the Hog Rider to jump over the water and go straight towards the tower. If you noticed in the earlier raid, the Hog Rider went off its course to go to the cannon, and that's because he deployed the Hog in the middle of the bridge. But if you deploy the Hog in the corner, he will actually jump over the water, and instead of going to the cannon, he will go straight towards the tower and do work. Once he's on the tower, you can then wait to place a freeze spell, or of course, you can just let him take care of business on his own. Balloons are kind of the same as Hogs to an extent. When it comes to placing balloons, I recommend placing them far in the corner, and this will allow them to go straight in many cases, and then once it's near the tower, place the freeze spell. And then to counter a balloon, there's a few ways you can do it. The first way is my favorite, and that's just a simple minion horde, but if the enemy has arrows, that can kind of screw you up. So again, similar to the Hog Rider, you can just place a cannon in the middle of the map, and that should pretty much take care of the balloon. But be warned, the balloon with the freeze spell is 1,000 times more deadly than a Hog and freeze spell, just because the balloon does an immense amount of damage. Moving on over to the P.E.K.K.A, since he attacks so slow, this kind of makes him a bit easy to take out. What you can do is once he enters your half of the playing field, just deploy some cheap troops in the middle of the map, and what this will do is this will get his attention. He'll go off course to the middle of the map. Then if you have skeletons or goblins just surrounding him, he attacks so slow that he cannot even take out all of those cheap troops, and even if he does, by the time he takes them out, he will be dead. And another easy counter for the P.E.K.K.A is just to place an Inferno Tower in the middle of the map, and the Inferno Tower is a great counter for a lot of troops. It can take out the P.E.K.K.A quickly, it can take out the Hog Rider quickly, and of course it can take out the balloon quickly. And when it comes to pushing with the P.E.K.K.A, I pretty much always recommend placing him in the very back, because by placing him in the back, by the time he gets to the bridge, you have more than enough time to save up for a push. Also in this case, remember, if the enemy places a cannon, a musketeer can always outshoot a cannon. In this clip right here, my musketeer is shooting the cannon, but the cannon doesn't even know she's there. And then a few other strategies you might see down here that I've covered in previous videos are spawners and expo decks, so I don't want to go too in depth with these, but when it comes to spawners, just remember to use heavy splash, so arrows, fireball, the bomber, etc. And the key to beating a spawner is to do an early push, so that way they cannot afford to build their spawners, because once 2 times the elixir starts, that is pretty much game over. To push against the spawner, I generally like to put a hog rider on the opposite side of their spawners, and then that'll usually allow me to get a couple hits off early on, and if you have a freeze spell, you can pretty much destroy a tower fairly easily. And as far as expos go, these really aren't too big of a deal since they've nerfed them so much, but you will see them occasionally, so I just like to deploy a giant in the other lane, and that usually takes care of everything. So guys, that is everything I do have to say about Arena 4. Remember, in the comment section below, please comment your favorite deck so that way everyone watching this video can view the decks down there and find one that they like. Also, down in the description below, I will have a link to the playlist that contains all of my tutorials, as well as I'll have a big compilation of decks that you guys can use. So guys, this has been Eclihpse. I'm pretty sure that is everything I do have to say for today's video. I do apologize if this video was a bit generic, but I just wanted to go over these simple strategies that you will be seeing and how you can use these simple strategies yourself. Also, I do know not everyone does have the freeze spell, so don't worry. That is why I have a big list of decks down in the description below, so keep in mind you might want to just go down there and check those out. But again, I hope you all enjoyed, and peace out.